All right, let's give this a shot here. Hooked up the, have the phone up here on a mount. I don't know, I hope I can see everything. I don't know, I might have to do some adjusting. Maybe it's a little too far back. Let me try to go up a little more. Let's see how that is. Better. That's a little better, I guess. Okay, taking some axles. I need 2 axles made. See if we can get this. Maybe push that light out of their way a little bit better. But yeah, here's what we're working on. This one's completed. What I'm looking at is an overall length. Let me look at the plan here. 8 3/4. Got to come in from the end. 813 thousandths from the end, and then come in here 1.587 inches. So this here, this is a 3/4 inch diameter, and this is a 7/8 diameter. So there's a bearing race that fits over here, and the wheel is going to be a light press fit / Loctite fit onto here. This is just what's left of that's the inch cold rolled. Just a rusted old finish there, but there's no reason to do anything with that. Then there'll be a key cut in here, 3/16 keyway cut in, so I'll deal with that. So I center drill the ends, brought it up to length first accurately, so I could work from the ends for measurement. Now it's always difficult to work when you're working on something like this to get the length right, at least for me. So what I like to do is bring up the length of the work accurately, and then I can work from the ends. So that's what I'm doing. Whether or not it's the right way or not, I don't know, but that's how I'm doing it. And I don't know if you can see this in the video, but over here I have a V, this is a micrometer stop that fits onto the V here. And I use that, and I use a 1, 2, 3 block I keep handy here. And being that this only does about an inch, I use my, I got my 1, 2, or 3. I put that in there, and I can add to it to get different dimensions. So I can move that way down. So as I'm starting from the end, I bring up the tool bit on the end, and then I'll space off how far in I need to go, and then I'll take the cut to the stop, and then I know that I've got my cut. So the first one we're going to work on here is the 813 cut. So that's the first one we're going to do. And what we're going to do is we're going to back that off. So let's see, if you had an inch, if it was an inch, it would be, what's the difference there? It would be 200, actually it would be 187. So 187 is our difference. So what we can do is I'll put the inch in here, bring this up, tighten that down. Okay, now I know I have an inch between here, and there's an inch in there. Now all I have to do is extend that closer to the carriage by 187, and that'll subtract off. Then I'll end up with a total movement of 813. So let's go ahead and take that out. There's 50, there's 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 5, and 7. Okay, so if I bring that tool bit away, I do a test, I bring it up, I should be, yep, right there. Perfect. So we're snug, we're good. What I like to do first is I will bring in the cutter. This probably isn't, I cut these ends on, rough these out just in the straight up 3 jaw, so we know it's probably not not accurate. So what we're gonna do is just get a feel where we're at here. Yeah, I got a good bit I can take off. So what we're gonna do is start out with a cut that I know is going to clean the surface, and also I'll know where I'm at on my gauge, and then when I get over here on the wheel. So I'm going to spin this while that's cutting. I like to take that to 0. There, so I'll zero out there. Now all I have to do is measure that, figure the difference, take it in, and I should be right on the money. Measurement. I'm going about 30. Yeah, about 30 thousandths. So let's just take off. If I do 10 on here, that's 20 on the diameter. So I'm going to do, just to be safe, let's just do sneak up on it. I'm going to do 20. Yeah, so what we're doing is we're just going to take that down. Probably the next pass, I can probably be right on the money on this. Don't want to spend a whole lot of time making, hundreds of cuts. We just want to get there as soon as we can. Ideally, it'd be great if we could do it all in probably 1 or 2. And actually, you can. Once you know your machine, my problem is with this thing, I use it so infrequently. I forget some of the idiosyncrasies of it. So I like to sneak up on things sometimes. And it's a little loud too, I guess. It's part of the, that's why it's out in the garage. It's not even in the main shop. Just don't have much of a need for it out there. Okay, I'm within 12 right now. Okay, so I'm just going to just take 5 on the dial, which will be 10, which is where I'm going to leave it. I'm leaving these a little bit on the plus side. Get to the end, I like to come up to the end and I like to just go in just a little bit. There's a radius on the end of the cutter, so I like that to go in because the wheel that's going to push it in there, I don't know how sharp that edge is going to be. So if I just go in a little bit, I end up with a bit of a rounded bottom and actually be further in than catching it on the edge of the wheel. Test it here and then we'll see where we end up. Should be right dang where we want it to be. Yeah, we're plus 2,000, so that's right where we want it to be. So now what I can do is, I like to come in here, I like to bottom out on the stop. Okay. Click on, take it in across that face. Touch down in that groove. That's it. And then it just takes down, and then now when you look at that, then I actually have room to put a sharp 90 if that's what ends up sliding on there. Not to worry about it. Okay, so the next thing we'll try to do is we'll work through the 7/8. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come up here, touch the bit off the end. Actually, this distance we're not worried about, so I'm not even going to worry about that one. We're just gonna go to where it's cut, actually, because that doesn't. there's extra space in there for this bearing. There's no that bearing actually has set screws on it that's centered, so we're going to be fine on that. So let's go ahead and see where we are on this diameter. $22,000 over. Touch off. We'll do a smoothing cut just so we can make an accurate measurement and see where we are. I know this isn't the most accurate way, running this other end in a 3-jaw chuck, but for what I'm doing, and the way this is set up, this is more than precise enough for what I need. It's a slow moving, slow rotating, not a big deal. Actually, on this end, it's going to be concentric because you're coming off of the center, the live center. And actually, this chuck is not bad. I've tested this in the past on small diameter. I might only have 1 or 2 thousandths to run out on this end, on this chuck, believe it or not. And to go to the trouble for me here to put in a collet chuck or to put in a dead center with a face plate, the chuck weighs like 3 men and a baby. You know, it's crazy. So I just go with this. I've done it before and I've had no trouble. So this is actually pretty good. I'm surprised. Okay, we take a look. We're at 10 thousandths. Okay, so let's move ahead. 5. Course going in 5, as we all know, at least the way this is. I think that's called direct read. Or whatever you turn here is what the cross slide moves in. I know there's some lathes where whatever it has on here is calculated for the diameter. I'm not sure which way is better. At least every lathe I've ever worked on, my South Bend, this one, has always been direct read. So that's what I'm used to. I like the deal where you can take this, what is it? What do you set this to? I think, is it the 30 degrees, is it? And you can make this go from direct read to be the diameter. I forget what that number is. I know it's not 45, obviously. That would be square root of 2. Yeah, it's I think it's 30. Coming up on the shoulder. Okay. There you go. And I'm just going to duplicate that 3 more times, actually, so we'll be good. Thanks for watching.